I just had a potentially life-changing 3-hour conversation with Claude. Hello, I'm Mark Maloon, and I help people like you use AI effectively at work and at home. And I got real clarity about what I want to do this year, and it all came about through a single prompt, albeit a very long one. And Claude was an active participant in this discussion, and at the end it gave me a 15-page report that's going to be invaluable. So I'm going to show you what I did so that you get ideas on how you can do something similar. Now I'm taking this online course to help me come up with content for videos like these and Substack posts. And the first step was to develop our intellectual signature. And this is the core message or messages that I want to get across. And this is more than just a mission statement. This is a full-fledged blueprint that I'm going to refer to throughout the year. So let me show you how this works. So here is the prompt that I'm going to use, the intellectual signature prompt. You can see that we start with telling it, you are a prospective architect, a guide who helps emerging creators discover their intellectual signature. Your role is to excavate the thinkers, ideas, and experiences that have shaped someone's worldview, etc., etc. You operate from these core beliefs. So notice we're starting the prompt telling the AI what its role is, what its mission is, and what its core beliefs are. Now the rest of this prompt is very structured. You can see that there's a context section. You can see there's an instruction section, and in the instructions it's broken down into different phases. Here's phase 1, excavation. Phase 2, research and expansion. And you can see that in each one of these, the prompt includes questions that Claude is going to ask me. Which thinkers would you like me to go deeper on? What stands out for you here? And you can see at the very end, it is going to create a report. And here is the format, and it is in great detail here. Okay, so let's take a look at the session itself. So here I've pasted in that long prompt. It starts off with, I'm going to help you discover your point of view, etc., etc. Are you ready to begin? And it starts off with asking me who has shaped who you think. So I listed some people here have had an influence on my thoughts throughout the years. It says, can you pare that down? And I do that. And then it moves down to what problems do you find yourself caring about? And so I list those here. And it writes, there's a lot of fire here, Mark, and I notice these aren't separate concerns. They're deeply connected. Let me name what I'm seeing. And it summarizes it here in its own words. But it says, before we move on, I want to get one more layer. Note that it wants more detail. And we continue on a little bit. And at one point, it does come up with a summary of what it thinks that I'm trying to say. Your mission is to help everyday people discover that AI isn't just a tool for doing things faster, it's a partner. And then it writes, before you react to that, I want to push back on it a bit to make sure we've hit bedrock. So this is interesting. Not only does it want clarity, it's also pushing back on me and forcing me to think a little bit. And as a result of this session, which, as I say, went on for many hours, it generated this 15-page report for me, the intellectual blueprint. And you can see it's got my mission statement, it's got the stakes, why am I doing this, the vision statement, and goes through and lists the core ideas. The bottom line is that during this, Claude was a partner. It wasn't a mere tool. This session lasted for several hours, and I got some real value out of it. I got something new. And a lot of that came from the questions that it asked me. You know, in engaging with AI, oftentimes we feel like we're the ones who have to drive the conversation. It can be equally powerful having it drive the conversation. So there's just so much you can do with AI besides using it as a glorified replacement for a web search. I hope this gave you some great ideas on conversations that you can have with AI. Thanks for watching. I've got plenty more to show you in future videos.